This message is for the generational curse breakers. The generational curse breakers always have the toughest assignments. Their assignment is a lot harder than the average person. They're given the toughest assignment because they are coming against a system that has been placed over that family's bloodline and that lineage. And with that system and that lineage, there comes a breakage that needs to take place. That some people in the bloodline have been presented with being a generational curse breaker. However, they did not accept the assignment. So to the ones who did answer the call to that generational breakage assignment, their assignment is a lot harder. They go through the toughest trials. They are tested the most. They have the heaviest assignment. The weight that they carry, it comes with a lot of responsibility. There is a system that operates within a family bloodline that goes from generation to generation. And that system is designed to stay within that family's bloodline until someone comes along to stop it. A lot of people call those people chosen people because they answered the call. The Most High said that many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. So when you are chosen to come against a system that has been placed over your family's bloodline and lineage, your assignment is going to be extremely hard. What do I mean by that? There is a pattern that takes place throughout the bloodline that goes from one generation to the next generation to the next generation and so on. And they call those things traditions. You may come in contact with a family member that may say, oh, well, this has been in our family for years. This is all we've ever done. This is a tradition. My parents have raised me this way. My mom raised me this way. My dad raised me this way. So this is the same way that I'm going to raise my children. And then those children will have children and they raise their children the same way that their parents raised them, not realizing that there is a break that causes a continuance of dysfunction within the family. And you raise your children based off of those dysfunctions. And until you realize that the way that you have been raised was in a dysfunctional environment, until you get the wherewithal of that understanding, then you will continue to perpetuate the same teachings to the next generation. So when you are called to break the cycles over your bloodline, you will be met with heavy resistance. Because there will be a lot of people who will come against you because they don't think that there's anything wrong with the ways of which they were taught. So they'll see you as a threat because you are trying to come against the system. You're trying to change what they have become used to. So in their mind, you are a threat because you want to change the way that things have run throughout that bloodline. So you're going to be met with heavy resistance. Everybody's not going to be on board with you. In fact, you may be seen as the black sheep of the family because you go against the norms. You challenge the norms. So if there's been a broken relationships that has been running rapid within that family's bloodline from generation to generation to generation, and then you come along and you want to change the way that brokenness has been handled and you want to do things different, you're going to be seen as an opposing force. you're going to be seen as different because you're going against the norms of that system. If there has been abuse within that family's bloodline from generation to generation to generation, and then you come along and you recognize that there is a pattern within this abuse that you want to change and put a stop to, you are going to be seen as an opposing factor that comes against the ways of the family system. Because you want there to be healing within the lineage, you're going to be seen as someone that's different and trying to cause a quote unquote uproar within their system. Because you see that there is a dysfunction and that there is a need for change. And you are doing what you need to do to go about fixing what has been broken within your bloodline. You are going to be seen as the black sheep of the family because you are going against the system. So your assignment, number one, is going to be extremely heavy. It's going to be very challenging because you're going to be met with a lot of resistance. Everybody's not going to agree with you, and that's fine. They don't have to agree. But because you were born into this bloodline, you have an assignment over your life. Therefore, you have to adhere to the assignment that was given to you. So everybody's not going to be on board with your assignment. Everybody's not going to agree with it, nor will they understand it. In fact, you are going to meet a lot of people within your own bloodline who are going to come against you to try to stop you, because sometimes people don't want their normal to be disturbed. They like sitting comfortably in uncomfortable situations. They like it. But you, seeing that there is a need to fix what has been broken, you don't find any comfort at all sitting in dysfunction. So your idea is to want to bring a healing within the bloodline, a healing within that lineage, a healing in the relationships. Because if you see that there's a pattern of brokenness within your bloodline, within every generation, that is a system. That is a system that has been placed over your bloodline in that lineage that has been running rapid throughout the generations, for generation after generation after generation. And you have been called to break the cycle. So naturally, you will not be welcomed with welcoming arms to go against a system that people have become so comfortable with living in within your family lineage. You will be met with resistance. So to the generational curse breakers, the generational cycle breakers, stand tall, stand strong, stay faithful to your mission, stay prayerful in your mission, and know that the many who are called but few are chosen, you will get the strength from the Most High to do the thing that He's calling you to do, is to go against the system, to make the crooked places straight. Again, you will not be met with open arms when you come in agreement with the assignment. You will be met with opposition. But know that the Most High is always with you, guiding you and strengthening you, sustaining you and keeping you. And He would not cause you to do such an assignment without giving you the proper tools and the wherewithal and the ability to sustain it. There is a healing that needs to take place within your bloodline, within your family, within your lineage. And you, being the generational curse breaker, has been trusted to take on the assignment to bring about that healing. It may sometimes feel like you are doing this all alone, but please understand that you are never alone, that there are plenty others out there who have the same assignment with the same heaviness. You will be met with rejection. You will not be received with welcoming arms. You will be looked at and given side-eye stares because they don't understand what it is that you're trying to do, that you will be seen as someone who's going against the family, which is not even the case. You just want healing within the bloodline. Generational cursors, stand strong. Stay faithful to your assignment. Bring healing within your bloodline. Start a new trend. Let healing be the focus. And give all your cares and all your worries and all your doubts, if you should have any, give them over to the Most High and let Him sustain you, keep you, and shield you in your walk throughout this journey of your healing in your bloodline. I pray for every generational curse breaker. Your assignment is heavy. I understand. I know. But there's healing that needs to take place. There's deliverance that needs to take place. There are chains that needs to be broken. There are patterns that need to be disturbed. The enemy has been running rapid in bloodlines throughout the ages. And there are no new tricks that the enemy uses. He just has new faces. Same tricks, different faces. And he's been playing out and throughout these bloodlines from generation to generation, from generation. And each one in the generation whom the Most High calls to be the one to bring change within that bloodline. Some may not have answered the call, or some may have answered the call but dropped the ball out of the heaviness and the weight of what the assignment is causing for them to carry. Some people may have gotten tired or felt like the assignment was just too heavy. But you, chosen one, you, generational curse breaker, who has taken the torch proudly and is carrying it high for their bloodline, I commend you. Because it is not an easy journey. It is not an easy call. It is not an everyday thing that people rush into want to do. It requires a lot. You will lose a lot. You will lose a lot of people. You will lose a lot of things. But trust and know that your reward is great. It is grand for such a call, and you answered. So for that, you should be proud of yourself, that you will stand up with the Most High and answer the call so that you can bring healing and a deliverance over your family's lineage and bloodline, so that the next generation that's coming after you, they will be born into a family of healed people who will raise them to be powerful manifestors, powerful in the sight of the Most High, that they will have healthy, happy, and whole relationships. The next generation of people that come from your bloodline will be a healthy example of what true, genuine, happy, healthy, whole relationship and love should look and feel like. All because of you, generational curse breaker. So I tip my hat to you for taking the assignment. God bless you. You're doing something extremely great. Thank you for listening to this message. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.